Hey everyone, how's it going? Bonjour, mes amis. Bienvenue sur le live stream de Instagram. Bezat here from Japan here, welcoming you guys to the Instagram live stream. Another live stream here from Japan. It's another Saturday morning, Friday evening. I say this every week. The weeks go by faster and faster. Thanks so much for you guys helping me wind down my week. I know my week end starts when we do these live streams together. So thanks for joining me here. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you enjoyed some of the stuff. We put out a lot of content this week, actually. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's including the Raver Guy. I hope you guys enjoyed the Raver Guy video we put out. It was a lot of fun to make that. I wish I had the sample here in time. It was made really last minute. And literally the sample got finished March 31st in like 3 p.m. So Garrett, he shot some clips, sent them over to my way. Garrett at Tati and Yoko, he shot some clips of the fit. He took some photos, sent it to me. I put the video together in the morning, put out all that content. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun project. Now Garrett has the only pair out there. So jealous. I don't think he owns them. He put them on, but I don't think he's rocking them. How can I say it? When we put the video out and when we were coming up with this idea, I was thinking, I wonder how many people are going to hate on this one. Last year for April Fools, we did the booty guy and the party guy. So that was a fun, it was a fun April Fool's joke. I thought it was pretty clever. If for anybody who missed the inspiration of that gene, maybe, if you guys are familiar with Jackass, Party Boy had a good, he had a gag where he would rip off his pants and be a stripper at any occasion. So Chris Pontius, very funny guy. I thought that was a funny idea to inspire a pair of jeans. So the party guy was born. DC here, live stream kickstarts the weekend. Thanks for joining us from DC. I think I saw somebody in here from Iowa again. Thanks so much for everybody for joining from wherever you are. Anyhow, back to the Raver Guy. Oh, when we made the booty guy, some people got upset, which I thought was a little funny because, it was funny. It was a little weird. It was like, dude, this was clearly an April Fool's Day joke. I guess maybe we tarnished raw denim for some people. I don't know, whatever that is. And then I'm like, okay, well, I want to do the Raver Guy because I think it's, nobody's done a raw denim, raver pant, before. So we have to do it. We have to do it. And I used to wear pants like that. So it was, I thought it would be fun. But I was a little worried that, we're going to get a little bit of hate comments. Like no hate comments at all. Like everybody was like pretty positive about it. People were laughing. Like they saw it for the joke that it was, but in the true sense of it, not like it's a joke, but it's not a joke because we will actually make that. If you order it, we will actually make it. I don't know if anybody's ordered it. I haven't looked at the numbers yet, but if you did order it, you will be one of few who own that pair of jeans. And they are a little bit pricey, but it takes like double the amount of fabric to make that jean. That's a 50-inch leg opening. It's insane. But and they're all going to be one-offs. But nevertheless, the response was really positive, and the amount of people who were talking about kind of their nostalgic feelings towards that fit. I was on Reddit. For people who don't know, there's a great raw denim subreddit where people were talking about it and reminiscing about that era of jeans and pants. One second, wide pants. somebody wrote a comment. I actually thought they were connected to those wide pants that were part of the collection you made for Essence. Not quite. You know, what we did for Essence was a little bit different. For those people who don't know, Essence is a great luxury online retailer. They're based out of Montreal. We have a pretty good relationship with them. Their office is actually just down the street from us. So, we develop collections for them. They want things that are a little bit more avant-garde. I mean, they sell a lot of like high fashion and things like that. So we can create, interesting things for them that are very specific to, maybe the Essence customer base. And I was actually speaking to Tammy, who's one of our employees, and she deals with Essence mostly. And I'm like, I think they might like the Raver guy. I really wonder. Anyways, well, we'll see. They may make an appearance on Essence one day. But going back to the comments and the feedback from the Raver guy, in the forums we talked a lot about jeans of that era. And one person made a comment saying, like, you might think these look ridiculous now, but back then, skinny jeans looked ridiculous. Like, the way we look at these Raver pants now, we would have looked at skinny jeans the same way. And somebody was like, no way, that's ridiculous. But it's true. If you grew up in the 90s, like, high school or a little bit older, and you were like, I feel like, when you're in your later teens up until like your mid 30s, that's when you're kind of like most fashion conscious. Like if you're into fashion, that is, like, I think that's where a lot of people get their awakening. And you were growing up in that time, like everyone was wearing baggy jeans. Like it was all baggy jeans. And like, that's obviously the evolution of where we got to like Raver pants. Like things just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, I mean, I wore them. I mean, I knew a lot of people who wore them. It wasn't like weird. Maybe for some people, like if you were a normie back then, maybe you weren't wearing it. But if you cared, like if you were trying to put out a little bit of, your own, if you were trying to put out your mood through fashion, then you were wearing pants like that. Maybe they weren't like, 50-inch leg openings. Maybe they weren't like street sweepers, like that. But like you were wearing baggy pants, and if you were wearing skinny jeans, that was weird. Like that was weird. Like nobody wore skinny jeans. You would have looked like an alien. I remember very specifically, I mentioned that in the forum, that when I worked at Holt Renfrew, it was a luxury department store in Canada, I was working in the denim department. And I remember this must have been around 2000 and I'm trying to think, 2010, 11, 7, maybe around 2003, 2004, something like that, when we got some really, really skinny jeans in. And on our sales floor, what we were selling at the time was like our best selling jeans were Hugo Boss, Alabama fit, and Texas fit. And if you can imagine just by the names of it how those jeans fit. So Alabama and Texas were our best selling jeans. We had Diesel Zathans, so like a wide flare jean. Those were our best selling jeans at the time. We were selling those all day long. And we got in these like stovepipe, like tiny skinny jeans. And I was a really skinny I'm slim. I'm, relatively slim now, but I've gained a lot of weight anyways. But I was really skinny back then. I was probably pushing 120 pounds. Like 120 pounds wet is what I weighed back then. Size 27, size 28. I was a very slim guy. And I remember putting on these jeans because I had to try them on, see what the heck what the deal was with these, and thinking these are ridiculous. And me and my coworkers who, in my opinion, we had very good taste. We looked at this and we're like, nobody is going to wear these. No, what guy is going to come in here and wear these? And we were like, I don't even know what the buyer was thinking. How could they put this on our sales floor? And we never sold them. They never sold. Nobody bought them. And it took a few years for that trend to come in and for it to come in hard. Because what happened was like fashion designer jeans, like LA brand jeans kind of came in, and then you got like slim straights that was like really starting to narrow things down. I remember guys putting on like, I forget the name of the fit, but like, we were carrying a lot of 7 jeans at the time, and people came in and put those on, and they were like, wow, these are skinny. Because people were so used to wearing wider leg jeans, and they would put those slimmer jeans on, and they're like, wow, these are skinny. And they weren't like, not by like today's standards, they weren't skinny. And people put those on and they're like, okay, yeah, like I'll get used to this. Like the fabric is not, it's comfortable. Okay. My wife really likes this brand, so I'm going to wear them. Sold. And then things started getting slimmer and slimmer. And then it was like kind of like an arms race to see, how skinny the jeans could get. And then like pop punk kind of that really started to take off a lot in the youth. So jeans got skinnier and skinnier. I would love, this is all in my brain. I really wish I could put it out. I wish I can do it. I just have to, I need the time to do it. Put this out in like an essay, online, and you go over the evolution of how jeans got skinnier. Let's see. I'm going to read some of your comments here. I'm not wearing Naked and Famous today. Don't kill me. That's okay. You don't have to wear them every day. I'm not wearing a Naked and Famous shirt. I usually, I have a lot of shirts. My jeans are always Naked and Famous though. Okay. Okay, let me just go down to the bottom here. It wasn't emo per se. Guitar Hero came out, Vans got popular with rappers, raw denim got fashionable. It all happened at once. Yeah, it's true. A lot of things were changed by the end of the 2000s. Like, yeah, things were really melting together a lot. There was like pop punk, emo, hip hop things like, you don't hear a lot of like pop punk, emo music anymore, but it all kind of turned into rap music because there's a lot of that emotional rap that's going on right now. Like everything turned into rap music. Like rap music won. Like it's amazing how, baggy jeans started, as far as I can tell, like baggy jeans, that was from hip hop culture. That was hip hop fashion. Things were baggy, things were loose, but also grunge too. Yeah, there was a lot that influenced that. So anyways, back to the original point of just how our mindsets have changed from, wow, that looks ridiculous, to no, that didn't used to look, that we all wore it and it all looked fine, and what we're wearing now would have been considered ridiculous. And I'm just wondering where things are going to go. Skinny jeans have stood the test of time. I think those have really, really, like, out of any, like, denim fit trend, it's been, all the 2010s was skinny jeans, the entire decade. And that started at the end of the 2000s. So, like, we're probably looking at, like, a good 12 to 15 years of skinny jeans kind of really dominating the market for guys. And I can't think of a jean fit that's really lasted as long as the skinny jean trend. It's not a trend anymore for guys. And will other fits, like, things tend to come back, but are we, like, I don't think we're ever, you never know. These kids today, as we were making Raver Guy, I was just, going through, the nostalgic trips, and I'm just listening to, like, Raver music, and I came across some, like, newer songs that were kind of reminiscent of the 90s, newer artists, and I watched the videos, and, like, these people are dressing up, and, like, they got, like, they're wearing these old 90s styles, and you see it on the streets too. These kids, they're dressing kind of sporty, like they look like a Skechers ad from the 1990s. And I wonder which artist is going to take, like, that wide leg, like, raver style jean and make that a thing. And I think it'll happen in like some higher, fashion circles. I don't know. I really wonder. I can see it. Like somebody brave has got to do it, and then it'll come back. The 90s are back. The 90s are definitely back. Especially with the young kids. I mean, the young kids are discovering, like our youth, and they're appreciating it. I love it. I love seeing it. It's so great. It's just, I don't know, like, especially if you're a nostalgia nerd, you see kids walking around dressed up like you were, and you're like, wow, it's like time hasn't moved. It's kind of neat. You are going to do it. I don't know. I don't know if I would. It's hard to wear Raver Guy when you're like almost 40. When you were a kid and you were at a party and there was an old person there, you were like, oh, I don't want to be that old person. Although now I have a lot of friends who are still like partying, and I'm like, man, you're the old guy at the party now. Or the old girl at the party now. And it's like, it's weird. I mean, I think our generation is really like one of maybe the first generation that didn't grow up. Like we kept, with all the stuff that we like, we just kept on doing it. Hardy Boys wrestled in some wide pants, Finger 11, rocked them too. Yeah, man. I mean, Hardy Boys are of that, like they never, I mean, their look has stayed very consistent throughout. I find I did like the broken Matt Hardy. Really, they killed that, man. Anyways, which WrestleMania was it? Anyways, when they made their return to WWE, and that was amazing because that was coming off of like the Hardys broken saga, and then they brought him into WWE, and then they killed it, and then they kind of brought it back. And then, I don't know what happened. That storyline just did not pan out the way it should have. People were excited for it, though. It was Broken Matt Hardy, or what, Woken? I forget how they did it in WWE. And with Bray Wyatt. Yeah, anyhow. I'm 26. I don't even know Raver Guy. I'm 26. What do you mean you don't even? We made a fit called the Raver Guy. You gotta check it out. It's on the YouTube. How long will you be producing them? I don't know. I mean, look, they're gonna be on the website for a few days. If people want to order them, or if you want to order a pair, you should do it soon. I'm not gonna have that up forever. Because we have to get into like, anyway, it is a one-off, so it does. It's not something. Like, for example, like our factory, whenever we're doing a production run, all the machines are set up for that production. So, like, running the threads, we have all the rivets and all the leather patches, everything's set up at each station to accommodate for the production run that we're running on. So, if you want to make a one-off of something and you need all the machines in the run to make that one gene, then you got to reset all the machines for that gene. So, when we have time, it's fine, but when you're busy doing other stuff, it's not like you can just say, hey, I need to make this one gene. Okay, reset all these machines for, this line and, make it. So, anyways, I don't want to have it available forever, but, if you do want it, you will see it. Is there any new previews for today? New previews? I don't know. We'll see. I'll go over a couple of things. I'm going to go over the Rick and Morty stuff today, just because I think it needs a refresher. I'm sure some people haven't seen it yet. And I'm getting closer to announcing a release date for the collection. I don't know if you guys saw, but the season 5 of Rick and Morty just got announced. So that's pretty cool. Kind of cool. We didn't plan to coincide it with that, but anyhow, it just worked out. So it's pretty neat. Can you trust the Okay, I'm a Spirit 5? Again, I will, I'll try to find it. It's in the back somewhere. Seinfeld core is my favorite. George is a normcore icon. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I think I heard Jerry Seinfeld talk about Seinfeld in a way that they wanted the fashion to kind of be timeless, but I think in their effort to do that, they really, it's very, I mean, it kind of is because it's very normal stuff. Like people still dress like that today without even like, if you're not, I mean, there's two ways of dressing like that. There's people who are just, normal, I guess that's where the term comes from, normcore, like regular folks. And then there's people who are actively trying to look as normal as possible, which I find is a little amusing in like their effort to look like they're not making much of an effort. So, yeah. Can we start a Naked and Famous leather hashtag to see everyone's leather goods patina? Maybe. I mean, you're free to do that, absolutely. I'm not great at, I need to get better at really highlighting even more, like fades and patinas and things like this. Like people ask me, hey, do you have a picture of this style faded? And I'm like, oh, I gotta look through the Instagram, and I look. I need to, for my own self, have a better organization of that material so that I can always turn to it. The idea is that, especially because we have a buyback program for faded jeans. So if you have if you don't know, we will give you 20% off on a pair of new jeans if you want to trade in a faded pair of your old jeans. So if you got a pair of jeans that's hanging around, you're not wearing them anymore, you're not really sure what to do with them, we will archive them for you. We will never throw them away. We will photograph them. And so the idea is with our entire collection of all the jeans that we collected, we're going to photograph them, we're going to document them, and then we're going to put them up on the website. So anything that's like a current running item, like a core item, if you go to the product page, it's not set up now, but it is a plan. But when you go to the product page, you will see some faded images of that jean so that you can get a better idea of how that jean will fade. And then we need to have like a fade archive on the website. The only problem with that is, and I'll tell you from why it's a problem, it's not a problem, but it's a little bit of a problem, is if I start putting up like as a dedicated section on the website, like here's how this old fabric fade, here's how this old fabric fade, here's how this old fabric fades, we're going to start getting more and more, hey, where can I get this? Can you find me a pair? And then like, that's just another thing that we got to like respond to. And it's fine, but we are limited in our resources. So it's like, okay, maybe we could have a kind of an auto response for that kind of thing. But it'll also help us gauge where maybe some interest is in some of our older fabrics. Anyways, it's just one of those things. And, when you're managing time, you just gotta, there's some projects that sound like a good idea, but then it's just one of those things that takes up a lot of time that doesn't, it might distract from some other stuff. So, you got to really balance out what you got. We're not I always reiterate this. We're not a huge team. We're not very big at all. And so we are limited in what we can and cannot do. That said, we're working on, there's a couple of projects we're working on, but that's one of the things that I want to do. I want to archive all these fades. So if you do have a faded pair of jeans that you don't need, let me know. We'll trade you for them. Yeah, I know right away Raver Guy is a thing, but I still long for the party guy. The party guy, if anybody really wants a pair, I don't know, maybe we'll make them for you. They're actually, like, what we did with the party guy was we took a pair of slim guy jeans and we just cut the side, and then we finished them and put like buttons, so they were easy to tear off. Like we didn't have to like make them from scratch. Like there wasn't like a new pattern for them. And then booty guy was again just like cutting a pair of jeans into booty shorts. Naked and Famous denim fade book. Get an intern to do it. Let me tell you about interns. I don't take them anymore because interns are nice generally, not always. We've had great interns, we've had not great interns, but I haven't taken an intern in a long time because they take up so much time. Because they're just constantly, they're not very autonomous generally, and you're just constantly managing this person that doesn't know what they're doing. And I get it. they don't know what they're doing, and that's why they're an intern. But I have things to do, and other people have things to do. So I don't have a person whose job it is to manage the people who don't know what it is that they're doing. And so they just end up, again, draining time from people who are very efficient at what they do. And if they're busy being non-efficient, then other projects get, delayed. So I don't want to have an intern for a project like that. I would much rather hire a person and say, you're going to work here for whatever. And like, if it's an individual project, like, that's a contract work. Hey, you're going to document all this stuff for us. You're going to write about it, blah, 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 and that. I would much rather have that than have an untrained intern try to figure it out. So, yeah. Are you all still considering Hanami for next spring? No. So it has been changed. So the idea was changed a little bit. So just cover that up a little bit. So the Hanami, we talked about it, and we've released 2 versions of the Hanami. We did the Sakura denim and the Hanami denim. Both pink weft jeans. So we were thinking about how can we do that again. Pink was a pretty popular, it's something people want. They like it. They like the story. And then I thought to myself, what's another good kind of pinky story is Japanese strawberries. Japanese strawberries are a thing. Like they definitely taste different from North American strawberries, and they're very proud of the strawberries that they grow here. But and so we were looking into doing strawberry dye, like natural strawberry dye, which we're still looking into. And then we released the milk denim. And then there was Iron Snail did a video about the milk denim. He was drinking strawberry milk, and I'm like, wow, like strawberry milk denim. That's a good idea. So right now we're still investigating the strawberry natural dye denim. So there's a little bit of work involved with developing a strawberry, like a natural strawberry dye. So that's in development right now. We're still working on that. We're seeing if we can achieve it or not. But at the same time, we're looking into developing the strawberry milk denim. So with the strawberry milk denim, it'll be the milk blend Salvage with a pink weft. We're seeing if we can dye the weft with natural strawberry dye. If it's possible, we're going to go that route. If it's not possible, we will do a strawberry color, and then you'll have like it won't be a natural strawberry dye, but it'll look like strawberry milk, which I think will be fun. So, strawberry pinkish milk combined with, the milk Salvage, I think it's gonna be cool. So anyways, that's the idea right now. We just got a, dye, card for like just the color that we're going for. So this is, when you're doing like color testing for yarn, this is what it'll come out. Like, here's the baseline, here's 20% more pink, here's 20% less pink. And if you can't tell the difference, that's because I also can't tell the difference. So they all pretty much look the same, but that is the pink color we are going for. So that's the target. Can you tell the difference? I can't. They barely look any different. Maybe the 20% less pink looks a little bit less pink than the 20% plus, like but not much. So yeah. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Our restock or rerun of the Tagaya-san wood. Are the restock of the Tagaya-san wood knives? Are there restock or rerun? Okay, basically the question is: are we rerunning the wooden knives that we just launched? We are talking to the factory again to do another run of knives. So the answer is yes and no. So whatever we do next will be different from the first batch. I said it was limited edition. It's gonna stay limited edition so those people who got it. In fact, We made a little bit of an oopsie on the website and sold one more knife than we had. So even the knife I had here, we had to send that out. We even, I think Brandon had a sample, another sample somewhere, and he I don't know, he seemed to have misplaced it. So even we don't have one of these knives left anymore. So yeah, we will be making another batch, and we are planning on it. We're also, like, I know I took a lot of your guys' comments last week to heart, in terms of like other knife manufacturers, maybe like slightly higher end knives. So we are reaching out to a couple of those companies to see what we can do in terms of making, like a flip folding knife, a flip folder knife, with a couple of different companies. So we're in the talks. Nothing's set in stone yet, but, I think, more, knife options they're on the horizon. So that's just one of those things. Any updates on the Rick and Morty release? I will release the release schedule within the next 2 weeks. So that is the release dates will be confirmed soon. I will preview the Rick and Morty collection again today. So stay tuned if you want to see that. There will also be, what else? Oh yeah, so we have to do, again, if you guys have been following us here, you guys know about the Rick and Morty collection, but we haven't formally announced it yet, so the formal announcement's coming soon. I gotta create the content for that. And then, what else? We've got the New York Empire State Salvage, that's coming out next Friday. So today, the recycled denim came out. So, we previewed that last week. I have a pair over here. We can show it again. We just put up the video for that on YouTube this week as well. Go and check that out. Man, there's so much content coming out. I'm just trying to remember in what order everything's happening. So, recycled denim came out today. The content for that is out on YouTube. You can watch the video. There's also a blog post, all that stuff. There is the Empire State Salvage coming out next week. That will be a New York City exclusive. You will not be able to find those online. You gotta go to the store to get those. So content around that is coming out next week. That will be what we're going to be focusing on. Then we will have the Rick and Morty release schedule put out. There will be some content around that. Then I have a plan to do a talk with Daniel from Over the Rainbow in Toronto. So for those of you who don't know, Over the Rainbow is one of it wasn't our first account, but it was one of our very first accounts that we ever started working with in Canada. And they are the longest running independent, even if it's not independent, they are the longest running denim jeans retailer in Canada. They've been around for decades, and Daniel is the second generation in the business. It was started by his father Joel, who is probably the nicest guy in the world, and so we made a jean called the Nice Guy, which is available. It's a fit available exclusively at Over the Rainbow. It's basically the super guy with a slightly higher rise. They wanted a slightly, they felt that their customers were always asking for a little bit of a higher rise on the super guy. So, we made it for them. So you can get the Nice Guy available exclusively at Over the Rainbow. And we're going to do, a bit of content surrounding all of the Nice Guy options. I feel like we even, we've talked about it a little bit before. We haven't talked about it a lot. So a lot of people don't even know about the existence of Nice Guy. It is another fit. It's not even on our website. Like, it is if you go into like the release schedule and you see, a particular fabric and you see Over the Rainbow and you'll see it in Nice Guy, and some people are like, what the heck is Nice Guy? Because like, it's not on our fit guide or anything like that. So we're gonna do a whole thing around it to let people know about it and where you can find it. So I'm gonna partner up with Dan. We're gonna do some talks and we're gonna talk about the Nice Guy fit. So that's on the schedule. Then at the end of April, we've got the Brown Fox coming out, and then it'll get into like Rick and Morty season. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that has to happen between now and the end of April. I mean, we're already into April. I can't believe we are into April so soon. The time really flies. Yeah, it feels like a couple of like days ago it was Christmas, and before that we were in Montreal. Yeah, like the feeling of Groundhog Day really. I wish it was more like Groundhog Day because at least you're in the same spot in time. But time is moving, though it feels the same kind of every day. I don't know. Anyways, it feels the same, but I don't know. There's just every week, there's so much information we're trying to put out there. I have to say, I've noticed the improvement in my YouTube videos. They're still not perfect. But like the speed at which I can edit them, and then I don't know, just the way I'm editing them, and I think they're getting a little bit better. I'm still not very good on camera. I'm terrible on camera, so sometimes it takes quite a while for me to put even a 2-minute video together or a 3-minute video. It's like we take a lot of takes, and thankfully Reese is very patient with me because I'll be mid-sentence saying something and then I'll just be like, what did I say? And it's just like that whole like thing is cut. Like can't use that no more. It's a bad so anyways, that's why I like this format way better. I could ramble on a little bit and it's not it's like we're having a conversation rather than me telling you information that needs to be perfect. Kind of, you don't want to hear these stutters and ums and ahs. Although those certainly do make it into the video every now and then. Sometimes I can't edit them out because it would look too weird. But you guys are used to the way I talk, anyways. All right, let's answer a couple of questions here. I want those Rick jeans. Oh yeah, Rick and Morty. Will they come in the nice guy fit? The Rick denim will not be available in the nice guy. It will only be available in super weird and easy guy. Want to get an unsanforized denim? What's a good jean to start with? You know what? A good jean to start with is our natural indigo loom state, and that is. We just launched the Easter sale today on Tati and Yoko and Naked and Famous Denim NYC.com. If you want to take advantage of the sale, go head over there right now and see what's on sale. Although I forgot to put the natural indigo loom state on sale, so I'm gonna do it right now, and you can save 25% on that jean. So if I'm gonna. After the live stream, just head over to Tati and Yoko. Let me just show you where on the website you could find it if you're so inclined. There's a sale section that says Easter sale, and then there's a section that says like 25% off Naked Famous Denim. At the end of this live stream, I will put the natural indigo loom state on sale, and then you can get a good deal on it. That is a great jean. I think they're like, I forget what the price is. Let me double check. Very riveting. Okay, right now, you can find them on the website. Natural Indigo Loom State is a very, very great unsanforized jean to start with. $155 regular price retail. I'm going to knock 25% off on that. I can't do the math in my head right now, but that makes a great price. And you've got the pre-measurement, pre-soak measurements and the post-soak measurements. So you can estimate exactly what size you need according to the guide. So all the information is going to be here for you. It's a great jean, great color tone. It's rigid, 13 ounce. So it's nice for all year, basically. You can't go wrong with these jeans, especially with the sale price. Ordered a pair of the summer denim. I think I ordered the wrong size. Reached out to customer service to see if they could switch sizes before shipping. Yeah, that should not be a problem. It's April. It's Easter today, so the office was closed. So you may not get an answer until Monday. But it's not an issue. If the only problem I'm gonna say is here's what you should do. On Monday, give us a call in the morning, just to make sure, because our shipping guys, they work pretty fast. So it might end up that they ship it before they answer the email, because the people who answer the email and the people who ship are different people. Especially over a long weekend, and with a sale, we get a lot of emails. So like their email box might have like 200, emails that they got to respond to. And if you know how email works. So if you sent it on Friday or Thursday or Friday, you're going to be at the bottom of the list by the time Monday comes around, just, chronologically in the email box. So, give us a call Monday morning, and we will take care of that for you. Go to the website, the phone numbers are there. There's even a toll-free number, so if you have to call long distance. I don't know is long distance a thing anymore? I don't know. I only call people with, video calls and stuff. I don't think I've not made a phone call in a very long time. I want a nice Raver Guy fit. The Raver Guy is a high rise, so you're not going to need the extra rise that the nice guy has. You should upload the bloopers from the showcase videos. Oh, I don't know. Maybe at the end. That could be funny just to have it at the end of a video where I'm just cursing. But I don't know. I don't mind. Like I'm okay to make fun of myself. I've got a sense of humor. I don't know if you want to say. I'm just like talking. I'm just like curse word. Anyway. I think your weekly need to know videos are great. Thanks so much. Those, like, as the collection rounds out, like we've got there's still a lot more videos to make, because there's the Rick and Morty jeans. So each one of those jeans is going to get a video. There is the brown fox. So there's going to be those videos that need to be made still. I'm just trying to think, because I don't have the Rick and Morty schedule fully formed out in my head yet. But in between that, I'm going to make some other type of content videos, like repair videos, like how to repair your jeans at like different levels of doing it with a needle and thread yourself, using iron-on patches, using a sewing machine, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to make that video with Risa, because Risa is just an excellent, she's really excellent on the machines and sewing and crafting. So I think it'll be great to get her perspective on how to do that kind of stuff. So that's coming soon. We'll do how to embellish your jeans video. And speaking of embellishing your jeans, let's go check out what Risa's working on right now, because Risa's chain stitching. She's always at her machine. And what you working on?
I'm working on Insock logo.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So this is from the movie 1984. And so Risa's chain stitching this all manually. So there's no computer here at all to fill in these colors. You got to do this all yourself. Let's why don't you give us show us how it's all done here. So Risa controls the direction of the needle with this controller here.
Sorry, I'm just filling. So
No, it's okay. It's interesting. So you have to fill all the color in by hand. And so,
a lot of stitching.
There's a lot of stitching, because you don't want to leave any white space here. Or empty space. All right. Well, thanks for showing us, Risa.
Sorry, it's boring.
No, it's not boring. So yeah, we will do some how to embellish your jeans videos, and I'm not saying that you got to go out and buy one of those machines, but there are places that can do that kind of stuff for you. Risa's getting pretty good at it. I mean, she's been doing this for 4 months now. I mean, she's on that machine every day, mind you. She's but the other day she made these patches. I thought they were pretty cool, And based on Life Aquatic, again, that's Reese's favorite movie. So the jaguar shark and the little boat, the submarine. So I thought that was pretty neat. So she embroidered it onto felt, and you can see here just how many stitches it takes to fill in as color here. So and each individual color has to be done on its own. So it's a multi-layered situation here. So yeah, we're gonna create those videos too. How to repair, how to embellish, basically how to keep your jeans going for longer. There's a Reddit thread called "Buy It for Life," and if you really wanted to keep your jeans alive for life, you can. So we like raw denim. So, you want to change your jeans up at a certain point. You want to start over. You want to fade a new pair, and that's fine. But if if you wanted to adopt a ultra minimalist mindset, I know that word gets thrown around a lot. Minimalism gets thrown around so much. Because sometimes I see people like, oh, this is my minimalist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not minimalism at all. But, that's just my opinion on it. But if I really wanted to adopt a minimal lifestyle, I would have one pair of jeans and 3 t-shirts and just enough underwear to get by before having to need to wash. But I could do it, and you could do it with 1 pair of jeans. 1 pair of jeans, you could live with them for the rest of your life, so long as you don't outgrow them, if you know how to repair and fix your stuff. And so I want to encourage people as much as possible, whether you're a minimalist or not or whatever, it doesn't matter. But prolonging the life of your jeans is, especially for raw denim, you want to see that evolution, and the longer you can have that evolution, that story go, the better, in my opinion. Some people like, a certain fade, and they think that's perfect, they're done, they're fine. I like going all the way and, seeing how far you can take it. But, so I have some jeans that, they're tattered and they need to be fixed. So we'll make a video about that. So, all right. Does the Easter sale restock? No, whatever is there, it should, that's kind of it. Okay. Comments on 1984 is great. If you make a mistake, can it be undone on the chain stitching machine? Yeah, technically, it's just not easy. So you have to pull out all the stitches if you made a mistake, and you start from there. But, yeah, the idea is you don't want to make mistakes. But at the same time, some mistakes with chain stitching are it's not a machine. You're not, as you see, Reese is not a robot. There are, the naturalness of a handmade thing is what makes it special. It's not perfect because it's not designed that way. That's not the point. There is a handcraft. So, there are some inherent mistakes within. Every stitch isn't going to be, evenly separated, and there might be, Reese is very critical of herself, and she's like, I made all these mistakes. I'm like, no, it looks perfectly good. It looks great. And, obviously she just wants to improve, but, that's even with jeans making, there's just certain aspects of the way we make our jeans that aren't, quote unquote perfect, but that's if you want your jeans made the way that we make jeans, using old machines, vintage style construction, there are aspects of that jean that are going to come out imperfect. And that's by design. We use these old machines for a reason. And even when you look into some of these repro brands, and, I've seen interviews with people, and they talk about certain unevennesses of stitches and the way that they'll do it. And they're like, yeah, I do it, I saw a guy freehand make a denim jacket. I watched this video. It was really neat. Guy freehanded basically and making a denim jacket. And all the stitching was kind of off. And he's like, yeah, that's because they used to do it like this. So like my point isn't that I'm trying to make a jean bad. I'm just trying to do it with the knowledge and tools that were being used at the time when this jacket was being made. And for a person who understands that, they'll look at the imperfections in that jacket and say, that's kind of neat because there's no other way that could have been achieved. Whereas someone who might look at that garment and say, why is this garment $300 or $400 or $500? It's not even sewn straight. And it's like, yeah, but you don't understand the skill it took to not have that jacket sewn straight. You know what I mean? Having it sewn straight or perfect sometimes, it's, you know, it's the robots and machines and like a lot of automated processes. And, you know, that's fine too. I'm not going to knock that because, you know, there's also a quality benefit to that sort of stuff. I mean, there's a balance here and there, but, you know, just understanding that not everything, especially when you're working with like handmade stuff, it's not gonna be perfect. You know, we're not machine tooling. You know, it's not like we're selling you an electrical component where if it's not perfect, it doesn't work. You know, if the stitching is off a little bit here or there, the garment still performs. It doesn't affect the performance of the garment. So, you know, if a gear in a watch is not made right, then it doesn't work. You know, but or you know, something isn't soldered to the board on a laptop properly, then it doesn't work. But you know, if your chain stitching is a little wavy, it still works, and that's just part of it. You know, these machines aren't, you know, they're not computer controlled. You know, so that's just the way it is. Let me just scroll down a little bit. I would love to have a heavily faded patched up pair. Working on it. Good man. Show us your progress. I want to see your repair photos. Again, I talked about this so many times, but also in between now and July, I plan to put out videos kind of highlighting you guys, highlighting the community. So I'm gonna do some call out. I'm gonna ask people to submit photos of you know, whatever it is that I'm gonna highlight that week. So maybe it's gonna be repairs. Maybe I want to see your heavyweight fades. I want to see your lightweight summer fades. So we'll collect imagery from the community. We'll put it out, and I'll show them on a YouTube video. I'll talk about what's going on and what my thoughts are, and you know, we'll have you know, we'll continue the conversation in the comments section. So that's just some other stuff that is in the pipeline. Again, it's just a matter of time. I don't even know if more hours in a day would fix the amount of stuff I want to do, but yeah, I need clones of myself. I was looking at your old 2019 video and saw that anorak. Are there plans for another release in another material? I don't know. There aren't any plans presently. There aren't any plans presently. It was, you know, I thought it was nice. I thought it was a cool garment, but it just didn't resonate, I guess, with our audience. So, you know, if it doesn't get traction, it doesn't get made, basically. Can I exchange an item at New York store if it was purchased from Tati and Yoko? Yes and no. We can do it. It's not as, basically, if we're going to do that, you got to buy the item in New York, and then what we'll do is we'll issue you a refund at Tati and Yoko. So, we'll take the item back from you at Tati and Yoko. Sorry, at Naked and Famous Denim, New York. And then the New York guys, they gotta call HQ, and there's some paperwork stuff. So it's not a smooth transition. Not like you can come in and like we scan your receipt or anything like that. It's a bit of work on our end. We can do it, and we're happy to do it for you. So just let the boys know at the store that you're planning on doing that, and we can accommodate you. It's not something we do all the time, but we can certainly, if it's necessary, then we will happily do that for you. It's not a problem. When will the Pickle Rick jacket be released? Sorry, I don't know if you already answered this. I didn't answer it because I don't have an answer for that exactly yet. I am going to release the Rick and Morty collection release schedule within the next 2 weeks. So watch out for that announcement. Do you have the prices for the Rick and Morty collection? I think I do. Let me double check. Rather, I do. I need to refer to them because I don't have them all. They're not all up here. Sometimes I think you in the audience have a better memory of stuff than I do. You guys, it's so amazing how many people will say, "Hey, do you this style of blah 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 season?" And I'm just like, I gotta check my notes. I don't remember right now. Okay, Ricky and Morty. Okay, so retail on the Rick Sanchez jean, the Portal denim, that's going to be $225 retail. The Morty Smith, the two-way stretch Salvage, is going to be $198. Pickle Rick, $225. So both Rick jeans, the Pickle Rick denim will be $225, and the Rick Portal denim will be $225, and Morty Smith $198. So there you have it. Steve and Noah at the NYC store are a huge help when shopping for your first pair. Yeah, they are definitely the best. I think, let me double check. Denim shops in New York. If you Google it, you will get a lot of listings here on the Google, but what I'm most impressed by is our 4.9 star Google rating with 107 reviews. So, people don't review a lot, but we do have a pretty high star rating. I'm hoping that we become the #1 rated store as far as ranking, for the amount of reviews that we have. I think we have the highest rated denim shop in New York. But I want to, these big chain stores obviously have hundreds of reviews, but we have 100 of reviews, and we're at a 4.9. So, the guys at New York, and even at Tati and Yoko, our aim is to be, non-pretentious. We want to help you. We want to get you into raw denim. There's no point of being too cool for school and, having that kind of attitude. I hate stores like that. I really do. They make me feel uncomfortable. So, Steve and Noah are the nicest guys in the world. Zeke too. Let's not forget Zeke. Zeke's part-time, so, sometimes, you may not encounter him, but he's got the big hair. Actually, he shaved his head. So he used to have big hair. But our guys, me, everybody, our point is we want to get you into raw jeans. We want you to be comfortable in it. We want you to be able to ask questions. We're not going to be judgmental about it. You want to try on a couple pairs? No problem. We're here to help you with that. It doesn't help anybody to have a shop that is, too cool for school. I say too cool for school. There's so many stores like that where you walk in, you're kind of intimidated. You don't want to ask the sales guy anything because the sales guy is kind of like, yeah, it's over there. Nobody wants that. I want the salespeople that we work with to be excited for you to get into raw denim. I want them to their passion for raw denim should be shown. It should be highlighted. They need to exemplify that. And, if they're not providing a welcoming environment, then that's not the environment we want. We want people, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, it doesn't matter. You come in, you want to try on some jeans, you don't know anything about raw denim, you know everything about raw denim. We're here to talk to you about raw denim and find the right pair of jeans for you. So in an inviting space has always been something, that we strive for. And I mean, the reviews show it. Like half the reviews are like how great, the staff is. And I'm very proud that we have such an awesome staff there. They're the best. They're truly the best. And their attitude and your appreciation of them, and like it shows. I mean, so yeah, I mean it's I don't know where I'm going with this. I like I said at the start, nothing annoys me more than walking into a shop that is too cool for you. It makes it a very some people might like it. Some people might like this exclusivity of blah blah blah. Okay, cool, that's fine. If that's what you like, that's what you like. It's not what I like. I like going into a store and being able to ask the staff a question and them wanting to be interacting with me. There's so often I walk into a shop and, whether it doesn't matter what it is, apparel, a camera store, this and that, and you walk in and you say, hey, I'm looking for this, and they're like, oh, it's over there. Instead of being like, hey, how can I help you? What are you looking for? Like, let me try and understand what you need. And like, it's not a matter of me, like, these are employees, they're salespeople, but they're not, like, nobody's on commission. Nobody there is there to be like, well, you have to buy these jeans. If you like them, you like them. Cool. I'm gonna do my best to tell you everything you need to know about them. I'm gonna do my best to ensure that you've got the right fit, all that stuff. And then, if you like them, great. We'll wrap those up for you. We'll have them for you, no problem. But like, if you want to know something about something, we want to tell you. We want to tell you about it. I mean, so, there's so many times I'll go looking for something and it's just a matter of like, serve yourself. I'm like, I hate that. Or then you get the other one where like you get like these hawks who are on you and it's like, oh, you touched something? You gonna get that? It's like, hey man, I'm looking. I want to know about it, but I also don't want to be followed around, Anyways, I think we got a pretty good environment. You guys tell me I do. I think we do, so I think we're on the right track. Scarborough in this. What's up, Beta? Scarborough in the house. Welcome to the live stream. Scarborough, Ontario. It's part of the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. Scarborough Town Center. Do you release a lighter colored denim every spring summer season? Yes. Spring summer season, we pretty much always release lighter weight and lighter colored denim options. Do you have a repair service for denim? We do and we don't. In Montreal, we take walk-ins, but we don't have one in New York yet. We just don't have the machines, and we also have to train the staff on that. So we're not providing that service yet. But I always say, if you can't do it yourself, bring it to your local tailor shop. Your local tailor shop can do a repair, no problem. There are specialty denim places that are like, they'll take it to the next level. But when we do the repair video, you'll see like a repair for your jeans doesn't have to be so complicated, and you certainly don't have to pay, some of these places, they charge a lot. And okay, they do a lot of work. I'm not gonna say it's not worth the price, but is it worth it to you that you could get maybe an equivalent repair done for a fraction of the price? So, your local tailor shop can handle, patching up a pair of jeans. I assure you, it would be no problem for them. They've dealt with worse. Jeans aren't this magical, complicated garment that only golden hands can be able to fix. This is common people's fabric. It is not a complicated material to work with in terms of repairs. Believe me, you could do it yourself. And if you're not confident in that, your local tailor shop can do it, no problem. They fixed up a gajillion pairs of jeans. They can handle yours. And You know, a crotch blowout is not a complicated repair for these people. They've done it, you know, like in the raw denim kind of world, some of us think like, oh, it's this holy special fabric that we gotta treat with this utmost respect. And it's like, dude, the normies who are bringing in their, you know, regular pair of jeans to your tailor shop, they're bringing them in every single day. Your tailor shop is fixing crotch repairs and ripped knees and all that stuff every day. And they've been doing it for decades. They've been doing it for years. And they just don't know that there's this community of raw denim nerds out there that are like, who can fix my jeans for the most exorbitant price? You know, if they knew that, they would be exploiting it. But you go in, they'll probably fix your you know, a crotch repair for $10, you know, 10, 15 bucks probably. It's not going to cost you that much. So trust your local tailor shop. They have experienced tailors and seamstresses in there that have been working for ever. They can handle your crotch repair. You know, some of these people do like mega complicated alterations. You know, some tailor shops are better than others. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, the same people who work in there are the same people who, you know, would work in fact, they don't work in a factory because their skills, you know, have taken them into working for themselves. I guess, you know, many of them are just entrepreneurs, but no problem. They can handle your repair. Have you guys ever considered combining an easy guy top lock with a weird guy taper? No. I mean, at some point, you know, certainly I could see there might be some demand for that. We can't make every fit. We aren't Diesel or Levi's or like these big companies. They can make every fit. And as much as I would love to, there's also just a scale thing. You know, we don't have you know, thousands of retailers around the world carrying our product. If we did, then it's certainly you know, something that we could scale up. But until then, you know, we'll focus on what really works well for us, and then every now and then maybe we'll put out a niche product like the Raver Guy, and we'll go from there. Will the purple core come back in stock? Ooh, not really. I mean, there's no plan to remake any more purple core. Will we get any more in stock from Tati and Yoko? It's a possibility. There's always returns and exchanges that happen. So if you can't find what you're looking for in Tati and Yoko, go over to nakedandfamousdenim.com. We go to the blog section, the news section, find the purple core. There's a complete listing of all the retailers with the purple core, and you know, it's still new enough that you shouldn't have too much trouble finding a size. So go through the retailer list. Not only is there a retailer list, it also says what fits each retailer has. So you should be able to find what you're looking for. Got your repair kit a few years back. I didn't use it correctly. Any possibility of a YouTube tutorial? We used to make repair kits. We haven't had those in a long time. But like I was saying earlier in the video, we're gonna do a video on how to repair your jeans. So we'll have different levels of skill, like, you know, just a needle and thread, basic, you know, doing stuff on a machine, patching your jeans, that type of stuff. So we'll go over a couple of different methods of fixing your jeans, and you know, I think it'll be a pretty good educational tool on how to prolong the life of your jeans. Are you gonna show any Matrix stuff yet? Not yet. But we did get approvals from Matrix team on our concepts. So we're in the works. Fabric sampling, final fabric sampling is being completed. When here I'll say this. When I get the finals of the fabric sampling, then I'll start showing you some stuff. But till then, hang on. Just got my summer sky jeans and an island blue jacket. Great combination there. Steve and Noah are the absolute greatest. I would agree with you. Is the Morty jean being cheaper a subliminal commentary on how Rick is the alpha and Morty is the disposable? No. Our pricing, as always, is just simply based on fabric alone. So fabric costs for the Rick jeans were a little bit more costly than the Morty denim. Maybe that's the subliminal commentary. Probably. Okay, the answer is yes. It's a commentary on it. One of those 5-star ratings is mine. Thank you very much. We appreciate I mean, as always, I appreciate feedback, whether it's reviews or comments, anything like that. I practically read everything. I don't respond to everything, but I definitely read it all. So I definitely hear you. I'm even in the customer, like we have a customer service email, and I'm reading. I don't read all of them. But I do read a bunch of them, and yeah, it's a lot of reading. I mean, we get a lot of Instagram comments, and Instagram comments I don't always respond to. I definitely read them, but the DMs, I respond to a lot of them. I don't respond to all of them. There's just so many sometimes, and they get lost, and there's no good way of tracking your Instagram DMs. So sometimes I might be mid-conversation, and then I lose you just because of the flood of messages. And I apologize for that. But if you definitely want to get your questions answered, join us on the live streams, because I try to I read all these. I don't answer them all, but if you're persistent, I'll answer it. If you're not a jerk. Very few jerks. I think we've only ever had one jerk in these live streams ever that I had to boot. So it's always remained pretty positive. I've been to an unnamed denim shop in the U.S. They have shops on both coasts. I've been to an unnamed denim shop in the U.S. They have both. Sorry, I can't read. I've been to an unnamed denim shop in the U.S. They have shops on both coasts, and they were equally pretentious. Sorry to hear that. Wasn't a good experience. I mean, somebody here wrote, Price Hall wrote, Blue Owl in Seattle exemplifies this mentality. Such great dudes. Blue Owl is one of the best denim shops in the United States. No question about it. In fact, there was I forget the article. I can pull it up. There was an article, I saved it. Somebody reached out to me who was writing the article, which I appreciate when people do that. Ask Men. So there's a website called askmen.com, and they did an article. It's right here. Best denim stores in every state. And it was written by this man, Jeff Noodleman. I hope I'm saying that properly. Anyways, check out this article. It lists some of the best stores in America. The author reached out to me and asked me some of my opinions. I shared them happily, and I nominated Blue Owl, and I did a little write-up for them about that, as well as James Dant. So those guys made the list, and yeah, I mean, as far as the nicest people, the friendliest people, those guys are amazing. Jay at Blue Owl, Tommy at James Dant, Jay's staff. I mean, just some of the best, most inviting people you'll ever get. You'll ever get to deal with. Nobody can say anything bad about those people. That's how good they are. The worst thing you could say about them is that there's nothing bad to say about them. That's their only, wow, I can't even think of a bad thing to say. That's the only bad thing you can say about those people. That's how great they are, and how dedicated they are to the community and raw denim in general. What awesome folks. And, it's, I'm glad we're in good company. I'm glad that Naked and Famous Denim is represented in shops just like that. Speaking of, nice guys, again, Over the Rainbow in Toronto, the nice guy jean, that name comes from their legacy of being just incredible. You don't have these shops around for that long. I mean, I guess you can, but, their reputations are they're without question. You know, people know that these guys are great guys, nice guys, you know, fantastic guys. And that just comes from, you know, you don't get a bad reputation for nothing, you know. No, that's not true. Let's not go there. You certainly can get a bad reputation for nothing, but you definitely earn your good reputation. I'll tell you that much. It's hard to shake off a bad reputation. It's harder to gain a good reputation. You know, if you screwed up, you know, maybe you weren't the best or this and that, you could fix that. You know, like, improvement is something I believe in. You can always improve, you know, you can always get better, and it'll show. And I think people will recognize that. And most people are fair enough to give people, you know, businesses this and that a second chance. If you had a crappy experience at a restaurant, maybe you're not going to go back to that restaurant. But, you know, if people you know are saying, oh no, it's actually not so bad, or maybe they've changed, maybe you'll change your mind. You'll go back to that place. But, you know, there's being bad and being good are the only things that people talk about. Being neutral, you know, you never hear about, you know, neutral retailers, because maybe they're not doing anything that is like so much for somebody to write home about. But the good guys, they get talked about a lot because they're doing something good and people want to talk about that. And I mean, I talk about that all the time. Like if somebody's doing good, a brand of, you know, whatever it is, it's great to highlight that. You know, let's promote the good. Let's promote the good. And, you know, the negativity, you know, let's leave that out. But, I have no idea where I'm going with this. Just be good. Good reputations are earned. Bad reputations can be shaken. But generally speaking, the good reputations come from good hard work. Good hard work from good people. Foot Locker is the worst for that. I don't know. I've not been into a Foot Locker in a long time. So I can't speak to that. I don't know. Like, yeah, I haven't been into, there's a lot of stores I haven't been into a long time. I haven't, like, I own a lot of footwear, but I don't remember the last time I bought it in a store. Yeah, that's a weird thing. The last time I bought a pair of, you know what? The last pair of shoes I bought was at OTH in Montreal, Off the Hook. Great guys over there. Another group of great guys. OTH Montreal. They don't carry our, they used to carry our products. They don't carry our products anymore, but in Montreal, that is the streetwear store. They're the ones who really curate the community out there. They represent for Montreal really well. And, I got a pair of, sneakers out there, when I was back in Montreal. A plus service all the way at OTH. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down because I think I missed a bunch of things. Me in a party with my headphones watching this on live. Well, thanks for joining us from the party. I'm glad I could be there with you. Can Naked and Famous NYC ship internationally? We are not set up for that yet. Eventually we will get there. But if you are international and there's something in the New York store that you're looking for that you want, reach out and we can try to accommodate that. It's a matter of, there's a lot of paperwork involved with doing, international shipments. So, we're just not, like, the website just isn't set up for all that stuff yet because, we want to set it up so that all that stuff is created automatically. And, anyways, like I said, it's just not set up for that yet. So once it's done, then we'll certainly open it up for internationally. But if there is something that you want, buy it. You can't buy it yet, but if you don't have a domestic address, anyways, reach out to the New York staff. You know, we can work out something for you. So we can work it out. Any thoughts on the next round of Aloha shirts, like Spring Summer 22? We haven't developed that. We're finishing the denim assortment for Spring Summer 22, and then we will start working on tops assortment. We're April, May. Probably by the end of the month, we'll start doing that. So coming soon. Any chance you do a basket weave short coat in another color or something? Maybe. I can see that. Okay. So I think we're at like, when did this start? Wow. I think we're already an hour and a half into this live stream. Ooh-wee. Hour and a half in, and I didn't preview any product. So let's preview some product for those people who've been waiting around for it. I did promise to do some of that. Okay, so I have a couple of things here. Let's do a couple things. So I got the recycled denim, I got the brown fox, and I'm gonna get the Rick and Morty denim. So we got the Rick and Morty collection here. Let's show these off once again, give you guys a nice little sneak peek at what is to come. So, hour and 20 minutes in. All right, so I'm going strong. Show us your solid blacks. Okay, I'm not wearing my solid black right now. Actually, I was feeling a little nostalgic for some. I'm wearing my strong guy right now. I wore these. I think I wore these last week. I don't remember, but these are my strong guy in the Nightshade Stretch Salvage. So you can see that they're coming along nicely. I haven't worn these in quite a while. They haven't got a lot of serious wear in them for a while, but they have faded nicely. I mean, they're probably like 25% of the way to where I would like them to be. Obviously, I've been wearing my solid black Salvage for the Indigo Invitational. So these will just get some sporadic wear here and there. I saw them on the floor this morning. I wanted to wear something a little bit wider, and so I just threw them on. So that's what I'm wearing right now. And I've got my Erostica Alien collaboration T-shirt. We had these on Tati and Yoko. These are all gone right now. I think there are like 2 shirts from that collection on sale right now. I just think that they're like random sizes, like maybe a double XL and something. But yeah, go to Tati and Yoko. Check out our Easter sale. We've got a bunch of stuff on sale right now. They look sick. Strong guy isn't as wide as I thought. They look like a nice straight fit. They are. Yeah, they're not like ultra wide. They're not the raver guy, but the leg opening is still quite big. Considering that most of our leg openings are probably somewhere around, it's hard to show, probably somewhere around here, so, or smaller, depending on the fit. So, for some folks, that is a pretty wide leg, and it's wider in the thigh. It's certainly wider in the calf area here as well. So you got a lot of room with this jean. Very comfortable. Yeah, you can do all kinds of activities in them. Where is the Easter sale? tateandyoko.com and nakedandfamousdenimnyc.com. The sale is on right now. Go and take advantage. If you're not subscribed to our newsletters, then you don't get all of our news. I would encourage you to subscribe to the newsletters on Naked and Famous Denim, and Naked and Famous Denim, nakedandfamousdenim.com, nakedandfamousdenimnyc.com. That's the same newsletter. And then there's tateandyoko, .com. That's the Tati and Yoko newsletter. They're mostly the same information, although Tati and Yoko will have, release announcements for products that aren't Naked and Famous Denim, like Erostica, or like we carry a brand of socks called Anonymousism. Actually just ordered some socks from them. So really, really great made in Japan socks. We just got these in yesterday. So these are on sale. We just got like spring collection stuff. And they're on sale on Tati and Yoko. So go, and if you like fun socks, these are definitely the ones you're gonna want to have. I own a bunch of them. That I'm trying to get rid of. Like, my ethos is always made in, just like Tati and Yoko. It's made in Japan, made in Canada, made in USA. So like, aside from maybe some like any of the garments that I currently wear, I'm really trying to live that ethos as much as possible. So like even my socks and underwear that might be made elsewhere, like I'm working my way out of that, and I'm gonna focus on all of my personal clothing to be made in those places. So I'm not, you know, just me. So like all of my socks are slowly being upgraded to anonymousism socks, or you know, like brands that are either made in Canada, USA, or Japan. So yeah. How do you spell that? TateAndyoko.com. So it's spelt Tate, Tate, but it's pronounced Tate because it's a Japanese word. So tateandyoko.com. If you go to nakedandfamousdenim.com, if you click shop now, it takes you to Tate and Yoko. But there's also a button for Naked and Famous Denim NYC. If you click that, it takes you to the Naked and Famous Denim NYC store. So Tate and Yoko has a bigger warehouse, so there's more inventory, but sometimes what is not available in Tati and Yoko might be in Naked and Famous Denim NYC, just because, you know, they have their own store. So yeah. You're not wearing Naked and Famous boxers. Maybe one day we'll make those. Maybe. But we'll get there. Okay, let's take a look at a few previews of things to come. Well, let's work on let's show off what just came out. So we've got the recycled denim stone blue. So this just came out today. You can get this in the Weird Guy, the Easy Guy, the Classic, and the Max. The Super Guy and the High Skinny were delayed. There was a big shipping delay with the fabric, so we didn't get all of the fabric in one batch, and then, you know, global shipping slowdown and all that stuff. That delayed the release of the Super Guy and the High Skinny. So those will be available May 7th. So watch out for that. There is, so let's just go over the details of this jean. This is a denim made with 30% recycled denim material. 30%. So what we do is we take the offcuts from jeans production. So when you're making jeans, you know, you have your big sheet of denim fabric, layers of it, and then you have a giant saw and you cut it out, and all the off pieces in between, you try to be as efficiently as possible. So, you know, you have a plotter that will, you know, you have a computer program basically where you kind of plot out where you're going to cut out each panel, and you know, you try to put everything as closely as possible, but with enough room so that you can cut. But there will still remain, you know, some percentage of wastage. You know, you can't precisely cut denim fabric in such a way that there is no wastage. There's always going to be wastage. So what do you do with that? So what we've done is we took it, we shredded it, and we combined it with new cotton. So take the offcuts, shred it, mix it with new cotton, it's spun into yarn, and then woven into fabric. So the color of this denim is achieved through the mixing of a dyed cotton material with new cotton material, and not from dyeing. So, well, it is dyed, but it's the recycled material that is dyed, and there's no dyeing process afterwards. So that's how you get this mixed pale blue color. It's a heathered look. So a heathered yarn is a yarn that is mixed of white yarn with another color. So you kind of get a gradient-ish. When you weave with it, you'll get a gradient. So it's not a solid color. So you get this heathered yarn that looks really neat because, you know, it's not consistent throughout. You have these specks of darkness throughout, and the color itself is this kind of non-perfect blue, and I think it looks kind of stonewashed. And I like the look of a stonewashed jean, but of course we're a raw denim brand, so you got to stay true to your raw denim ethos. So we've got a 12.5 ounce weight denim. So it's not slightly rigid, it's rigid. This feels like a classic pair of raw denim jeans in this really nice vintage, you know, 80s style blue color tone. We've got it matched up really nicely with this pink Salvage ID. You know, I said in the video, I mean, it gives me like vaporwave kind of vibes here. I like this pale look. So that is the recycled denim stone blue, available now on Tati and Yoko and Naked and Famous Denim NYC, as well as many other Naked and Famous Denim retailers. We've got the blog post at nakedandfamousdenim.com. Check it out. We have a complete listing of all the available retailers. And then when you look at the leather patch, so not only is the denim made from recycled denim, the leather patch is made from recycled leather as well. So basically they take this leather and they take bits of old leather and they crush it up and they press it together, and then it's put together here with a backing just to, to make it nice and sturdy. But the leather patch too is made from recycled leather. So, the recycled story lives on. We're trying to reuse materials here to make new jeans. So that's the recycled denim, available now. Great choice if you want something pale and something pale and a dark indigo alternative. So recycled denim, very nice. Okay, the next release of our Spring Summer 21 collection is the Fox Brown. So this comes out April 30th, I think. April 30th, so the end of the month. Dark indigo denim made with fox fiber yarn. So fox fiber is a naturally colored cotton yarn grown in America. So for this particular fabric, we use two types of fox fiber, which is fox fiber brown and fox fiber green. And you get this really beautiful warm tone to the denim. You can see it's actually, you can see that warmness, peeking through the tulle of the fabric. You can see just how hairy the fabric is too. It's got a nice little fuzz to it. Now, this denim, as shown, is unsanforized, but for production, we are going to rinse wash this jean, so you won't have to worry about the shrinkage with this denim. You can get it right away, in your right size. So the only difference is, I don't have the sample here in front of me, but I've shown it in other videos, but, the difference between what I'm showing you right here and what you'll get for final production is the denim will be a little bit brighter blue because of the wash, and the inside will be a little bit darker brown because the combination of the fox fiber brown and green, fox fiber green gets darker with wash over time. So the inside will be a little bit darker, the outside will be a little bit brighter. But it's going to be a very, very nice fabric. You'll retain that beautiful unsanforized hairiness and texture. And, anyways, it'll have a nice drape to it. It's going to be a very, very nice jean. And at 10 ounces, we've basically have like a hardcore kind of denim in a lightweight summer form. I think it's a great way to end the spring summer release calendar. And then we'll get into Rick and Morty. Will a 90 or 100% recycled denim be possible? I don't know. I don't think so. And okay, the real answer is whether it's possible is it's possible in the sense that it could probably be made. I'm pretty sure it could be made. But how strong will the fabric be? Not very. Because what we're doing is we're shredding cotton. So the fibers themselves will end up being we're shredding like already spun cotton. So the fibers will be very small, and you need the longer fiber of like a raw cotton to give the material its strength. So there needs to be a blend of new cotton with recycled cotton. Well, it's not even recycled cotton, because recycled cotton is a different thing. This is recycled denim. So, recycled denim, or anytime you're recycling a fabric, the fiber itself is not as strong as a raw material. So it needs to be mixed with the raw material in order for you to get the strength that you need. So let's go to the next jean. So that was the Fox Brown, the brown fox, Fox Brown, brown fox, coming out at the end of the month. It will be available in our men's super weird and easy guy fits, as well as the denim jacket, and then the classic fit for the ladies. Risa, yeah? The Fox Brown for ladies. It comes in the classic.
and Max. It also comes in the Max. Old School Chris in the house. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Let's check out the Rick and Morty collection. Let's start off with the Rick denim. So, Rick, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub Salvage is this jean right here. There is, for production, so this is the sample, so the stitching on the back isn't quite perfect. For production, it will be, the quality of stitching is improved. So, this is the sample. The sample is not always perfect. We've got, Rick here. Let's check it out. 12.5 ounce portal weft Japanese selvage denim. What does that mean? Well, let's take a look at the weft on the inside. We've got this really beautiful gradient toned weft. So just like the portal color, this took us forever to develop. This was a custom yarn that we had to make, and let me tell you, it was no walk in the park. And the mills got really upset at us because we were very insistent on this. And so anyways, we got it, we came to it, and I think we've got a very, very fun denim right here. I think this is a perfect representation of Rick, and you can even notice the Salvage ID color. Let's see if we can get a nice, hopefully you can see that on camera here. The color of the Salvage ID is also gradient. So you've got this gradient colored Salvage ID. And you got that portal colored weft on the inside. Look at how many different, there's so many different colors in here. So, very, very fun. We've got the Rick and Morty dual branded logo here. Yeah, Salvage ID. And then we have the Smith family on the pocket bags. So, that's the Rick denim. Release date, TBD, coming very soon. Within the next 2 weeks, I will have the release date for you, and you've got that great leather patch here as well. Look at that. Look at the detail. I mean, it's very nice. How was the weft made? Is it dyed? It was a custom yarn. So the yarns are dyed, but we had to get the right balance of colors here, and it's like a balance of yellow and green here, multiple yellows and greens. So making the right balance was very hard because there is not an even number of different colors in here. So that was, and also getting the right shades of yellow and green to make this not as easy as you think. So that took a lot of time and a lot of back and forth, and I mean, that's just development for you. Sometimes you can't always accept what people want to give you, and you just gotta insist and work your way through it to get what you want. So that was a lot of insisting, I'll tell you that much. Okay, next we've got the Morty. Aw, geez. Salvage. 11 ounce, two-way stretch Japanese selvage denim. In fact, this is the first two-way stretch selvage that we've ever done. We've done stretch selvage, but a two-way stretch selvage is stretching on the warp and stretching on the weft. So it stretches in all directions, will make for a very, very comfortable jean. So again, you've got Morty here embroidered on the back pocket. You've got the great leather patch here. I think this is very representative of Morty here. Getting sucked into another adventure. Now this is your classic denim, and we've got it paired up with a Morty colored Salvage ID. So the yellow and the blue, just representing Morty's colors here. But the two-way stretch denim, just kind of, we're representing, Morty's perhaps flexibility when it comes to getting suckered into things. So that's kind of where we went with this jean. It was a little bit more basic Morty is, he's a basic jean wearing kind of guy, but I think it's a pretty good representation of Morty here. So if you want something that's a little bit more classic, you don't want the colorful wefts or things like that, you've got the Morty option for you here. And then last but certainly not least, we've got the Pickle Rick Solenia Salvage 15-ounce green cast slubby Japanese Salvage denim, and you can see just how slubby this is. This is the hardcore option. This is on par with, Okayama Spirit or Vegeta denim. This is, if you want texture, if you want something that is, going to be the monster fader, this is the one you want to go with. Now, let's take a look at some of the details. You've got the Pickle Rick embroidery on the back. You've got Pickle Rick here with this ostrich leather patch. So, something to note about ostrich leather is that it is known for its quill marks, but its quill marks aren't, the entire hide doesn't have quill marks. So your leather patch will vary. Some will have many quill marks, some will have some will have none. As you can see here, there's no quills up here at the top, but over here, it's quite consistent. So we wanted to get something with kind of like a pickly texture, and so that's what we went with over here. And I think we did a pretty good job. You've got Pickle Rick looking menacing here on that on the ostrich leather patch, and the denim itself is just beautiful, slightly green cast, to kind of match a pickle's color, and you've got that beautiful texture. Now the Salvage ID, you've got that nice pickle green color as well. So the 2 shades of green, and that is represented, on the coin pocket and here on the inside. That's a better look at it right there. So that's the Pickle Rick denim. And then we will also have this denim available in a denim jacket with this chenille embroidery on the back. So this is not chain stitch embroidery. This is chenille embroidery. This is done by machine, but still, it is a very, very beautiful plush chenille. You can see it's got a lot of 3D texture to it as well. And you've got this awesome scene of Pickle Rick fighting the rat. This episode is my favorite Rick and Morty episode. Definitely. I've seen the comparison of this episode being John Wick, basically. So I mean, if you like John Wick, then you might be able to make the connection to that as well. So we've got Pickle Rick available in denim jacket form with the embroidery, and we will also have it without the chenille embroidery as well. So you will have a couple of different options here, and within the next 2 weeks, I will have the release schedule available on the website. Then we'll follow up with some, each jean will get its own video, and we'll be able to highlight the collection that way. So all that stuff coming very soon. And I'm very happy to finally formally announce the Rick and Morty collection. Like I said before, between us here on the live streams, if you're watching us here live or on the replays, you know about this stuff. But our entire audience doesn't know. It's they see what we put out on Instagram, they see what we put out in email, but this hasn't been formally announced yet, and they will find out very soon that it's coming. And I'm very excited to see what the mainstream Naked and Famous denim audience, their reaction to the collection. I'm excited to see how they're going to react, and I think it's going to be a pretty big one. I don't think people see this coming necessarily, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. My wife wants me to buy her a pair. I heard you guys were going to make a ladies' guide to men's fit someday in the future. We are working on that. So that's another video that is coming soon. If you don't want to wait for that video, reach out and let me know, and we can certainly help you navigate finding the right pair of jeans for her. But that is a video that is coming soon. It's like I'm almost done with the seasonal collection videos. I'm doing like one, aside from the live stream replays, there's one video a week, and on top of all the other stuff that I do, it's like I don't actually think I could put out more than one content related video a week. We'll see. It just depends on how fast I can get at editing and how good I can become in front of the camera. Like, those videos are short, but you don't understand. Like, it takes a while for me to put that together. I'm just not a good speaker. So if I can become a better speaker, then I could probably bang those videos out like pretty fast. The editing is getting much faster. And yeah, anyways, more content is, but to be fair, that type of content is a little bit easier just because I'm kind of sitting and I'm talking. But if we have to like make a directed video, that's going to take a little bit more, thinking behind it. And, anyway, it's coming. It's coming soon. It's just, I need the time to make, I need the time. I just need the time. I wear hemmed super guys sometimes. Will you release any more raw women's fits or women's flannels? More fits. We're not working on any new fits at the moment. But if there's a fit that you think we need, then we're certainly happy to hear your feedback. Women's flannels, we do those every season. So they're mostly a function. Sorry, the colors were weird. We mostly do those in the fall season though. The videos come off great though. Comes off really polished. I'm glad you think that way. I think for the setup that we have, I just sit over there and we put a camera, and Risa has the camera, and we have another camera that just points at me from the other direction. They're not the same camera, so the colors doesn't always match. I try my best to match it, but anyways, it's those are the limitations. I mean, we're not a video production company. We just happen to make videos. But anyways, I'm watching videos. I'm doing my best to learn. So it's just one of those skills I'm trying to pick up. You should do a collaboration with the Iron Snail for your videos. Yes. I actually had a call with Michael this week. I was just talking to him about some ideas. So and he was talking to me about some ideas. So yeah, I definitely can see that. So Iron Snail Michael, he's a great guy, and I think he's doing a good job. So I want to reach out to more creators out there and see if we can help to grow raw denim influence. Even more so. Yeah, so the more for me, it's all about just getting information out there. And sometimes I see creators, they put out a video and it's like, I see that they did some research, but that's fine. But not all the information that's out there online is necessarily true or like accurate. So, they're doing their best to get that information from the resources that they have, but I have better resources than often they have, and I can really clarify some of the bad information that's out there. And even if I don't have the information, Risa might have that information. We can contact people for the information. Like, we can get from the horse's mouth the information. So it's all well and good to read these articles, but I'll tell you, a lot of those articles were written by people who are looking online to look for information to write those articles. And, there's a cycle of bad information that keeps getting put out there. And, as somebody who grew up in the raw denim forums, trying to seek out information as best I could, going from that side of things and then going to this side of things and just, being shocked at all the information that I thought was true. And, I think online they've done a pretty good job of cleaning up a lot of this stuff, but sometimes there's things that are just it's not really, it's not all true. There's more to it than that. There's more nuance to it than that. So anyways, I like reaching out to some of these guys because we could get better information out there. And, those guys, some of them, that's their job, is to put out videos. So they have time to put together a whole thing. And, I just don't have the time to put out the long form content, that is very scripted. I'm happy to do it here, because we can just talk off the cuff, but yeah, that's why I want to reach out to more people, because they can they can take the information I give them and make a scripted, nice bit of content out there. So, I'm going to do some more community outreach in that respect. Will any of the classic women's releases be raw? We do have an 11-ounce raw option in the classic. So the answer is yes. There will be more and more. Risa wants more and more. So right now, the women's denim, a lot of it's coming rinse washed. And part of that is because we want to get more ladies into raw denim, and sometimes starting, if you get a normie out there who's looking for a pair of jeans and they see this rigid, uncomfortable thing, then they're not going to put it on. So if we can get them into the jeans, then they can learn a little bit more about the process, and then we can work their way up to, raw fabrics, heavier fabrics, things like that. So it's still like a growth stage for us in ladies raw denim world. I know you guys are out there who want this stuff. And we try to put out some product for you guys, but we want to try and expand it a little bit further so that we have more and more acceptance of this kind of material out there in ladies fashion land. So for us, the way to do that is to make a very approachable product that isn't going to scare them away. If you get a lady, if her first experience, or anybody, it doesn't matter if they're a lady or man, if anyone's first experience with raw denim is a negative one, they're not coming back. So you got to make sure that their first experience with it is a positive one. So comfort, fit, all that stuff needs to be there. And then if we need to, it's like with stretch denim for the guys. It was such a thing for a long time that, guys didn't want stretch raw jeans. They thought it was an abomination or something. And we had to make, a lot of strides there and make it more and more acceptable for people to get into it. And then you got a lot of people who came in, hey, they started off with a pair of stretch, maybe not even thinking, hey, this, not even making the conscious decision that, hey, I'm going to do this raw denim thing. They bought these jeans because they liked them. They fit nice. They were comfortable. And then they learned about raw denim through that. And then they went on their journey that way. So, for us, it's about making that first impression and a positive one. And then we can take them on that journey, over time. Can you do some women's fits in raw as a pre-order? Yeah, maybe that's something we'll do. That's again, that just takes just a level of organization for us, but we'll see. I mean, that will also be a gauge of the demand for that. So I can see that. Okay, I'm gonna check in on Risa one more time to see how she's progressed on that chain stitching. Then we'll see if we got any new snacks. But I'm starting to think I need to take a break. These live streams, they go longer and longer, but it's fun. I like hanging out with you guys, but I'm talking a lot. I'm gonna lose my voice. Hey, Risa.
Hey.
How's it going here?
I haven't made much progress.
No, you filled in this entire side.
Yeah.
Look how
this side too, but it doesn't match.
What do you mean it doesn't match?
I like how I did 5 rows here, and then here I tried to do it in 4, and then I couldn't, so I just filled in the last row. Anyways, not perfect.
Okay, so that's what I was talking about when Risa talks about her imperfections. Is because it looks perfect to me, but I mean, if you're looking at it from Risa's perspective, then
yeah,
it's
not.
It's not.
Well, I just have to take this, and then I can take it off the machine instead of cutting the thread.
All right, let's.
So when it's just filling, I can go fast. Mm-hmm. But when I'm doing precision, I have to go slow so that I don't miss it.
All right. So that's Risa's work here. Just a personal projects. Hey, Bayzad, any banner updates? Good question. I have not got an update on that yet. I will check in with the office. Somebody, Katrina wrote, I love your nails, Risa.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I want to highlight Risa's nails because Risa's a very creative person. She does stitching, but Risa also does her. Okay, wait. Risa's done the patch.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, not done, but she's done that section.
I'm done with this color. Okay.
So you do each color individually.
Yeah. So there's only one thread going on here. So when I change the color, I mean, obviously I cut it and then I'll just change the cone.
And then so you plan out each color.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to go back just to, the way it works. But I already did the outline. So like now I'm just filling one color by one color. I'm just missing the white. I'm going to fill in the white hand and the white background here.
Right.
And then
so this is felt. And then even though it's white felt, you're still going to fill in here in white. So that it matches, I guess, the tone of everything. Like the thickness.
The tone of here and here. And then the color of the art is going to be white background, so I'll cut the white off.
Oh, okay.
And then put it on the black felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
all right. Fantastic. And someone was commenting on your nails, and I just wanted to say that Risa's very creative, and she also does all of her own nails, which is pretty impressive. She's very creative with this. Anyways, it's not a nail or makeup channel, but I'm just, anyways, she's so much more creative than I am. Okay. Snack time. Last week we did the blueberry potato chips, and we didn't finish them. I mean, we had like a couple of them, and then we just locked up the bag. These were gross. I don't recommend these.
What do we have?
What do we have this week? Oh, you know what? No, there's that chocolate your mom got us. This.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, this is crack wrapped up in heroin. I mean, this is crazy what this is. Let's open this up because this thing it's a lot and it's delicious and I mean it's very rich. Caramel brownie from Kramer Confectionaire. Do you know much about this company?
I do not know.
But they make very kind of fancy chocolates here.
I assume. I've never heard of this before this.
Okay, well.
So, I don't know.
Anyways.
I'm also not really in the loop.
You're not in the loop of fancy chocolate land in Japan? Yeah.
I suspect this is some kind of like a department store brand. Something.
Okay, so you get a chocolate bar on top, and then
this is caramel brownie.
Yeah.
And you open it, and it's a bar of chocolate here.
Yeah.
And then it's in this weird.
Yeah, everything comes like packaged. So you've got chocolate bar, you've got caramel, you've got brownie. So there's a lot going on here. Very delicious. Let's try that out. I mean, I already know what it tastes like, but I just wanted to show this off because I was kind of looking at this like I want to eat this, and so we're gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be reliving a snack we've already had snack time. But what the hell? We'll have it together. Yeah. There's also like a Rice Krispie or something in here.
Mm-hmm. In that caramel.
Yeah.
And the brownie is also very, very rich.
Mm-hmm.
So it's intense.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, you need to have this with a coffee. Although my mug just is empty, but I still have some. Need a sip. NASA mug. Yeah, it's very, very, very tasty. Yeah, I don't know where you have to buy this, but when you guys come to Japan, if you want some snack advice, you let us know, and we'll point you in the right direction. But you definitely need to try these. I would say that you definitely need to go to a luxury department store here in Japan and go to the food floor and just buy something expensive. Right? Like, there's like expensive fruit, there's expensive chocolates, there's expensive bakeries, and it's all the best. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of like the best of everything all in one spot. And I mean, the other day or a couple weeks ago, when we were looking for white strawberries for you guys, we went to the luxury fruit store, and I mean they had a box of cherries for like $300.
Yeah, cherries are expensive here.
Yeah, but like $300 cherries.
Those are perfect.
Like,
no weird like spots or anything like that. Perfectly red.
Yeah, like each one was hand selected. Like this is like the ultimate 10 out of 10 cherry, and we're putting all the 10s in one box, and like each cherry was individually wrapped, and I don't know how many were in the box, maybe like 30 of them.
Yeah, it wasn't like a huge box.
It wasn't like it was a $300 box of cherries, elegantly like placed, and I'm like, who buys this stuff? Somebody buys it. Like it wouldn't be there if nobody bought it. So yeah,
I don't think anybody buys it for themselves though.
Oh no, yeah, that's all.
Like it's a gift.
It's a gift. Yeah, it's rich people buying for other rich people, and I mean, you could. The thing is, like at those places, you can buy the one. They might have one. Like if you wanted to buy one, or like a pack of 3, they might have that available for you. Like with the
strawberry.
Yeah.
In like one.
Yeah.
Box.
So like the white strawberries, like the ones we bought weren't like the top ones, but like you could buy one strawberry for like $12 kind of thing. Like we can all afford $12, but a $12 strawberry is you know what I mean? We all have, like, I'm just assuming most of us here have $12 in our pocket. It's a lot to spend on, it's not a lot of money, but it's a lot to spend on a single strawberry. But if you had is the $12 white strawberry the best strawberry you'll ever have? Probably not. Because
the red ones are better.
Yeah, the $12 red strawberry, yeah, that would be the best strawberry you'd ever have. So it's just one of those things where if you come to Japan, go to the luxury department store like Marui, right?
That's not a luxury.
No, that's not one. That's not the Mitsukoshi.
Mitsukoshi, Takashimaya,
Isetan.
Those are
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The better ones.
Go to those places.
Takashimaya for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Takashimaya, the bottom floor, the basement floor is always the food floor, and you will be impressed with the amount of expensive everything that they have, but you should enjoy it. You should enjoy some little luxuries there. Go get some fun stuff. All right. Would you try the blue watermelons? Are there blue watermelons?
I've never heard of it. I'm intrigued.
They have cube watermelons.
Yeah, they have different kinds of watermelons. Like I've seen, I mean, obviously yellow and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen blue.
I've never seen blue. I would definitely try blue watermelon. I like watermelon. But I've never tried a cubed watermelon. They have watermelons that are grown in the shape of a cube. And they're a little pricey.
Mm-hmm. They're probably not that good either.
Yeah. So, anyways, maybe if we find a cheap one. Yeah, I don't know. Even a cheap one, like, it won't be cheap. Like, it'll be like $80 to $100 probably. On the low end for one of those things.
Yeah.
For one watermelon.
It takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, they only grow a certain amount a year, so they're very, very expensive. So, but yeah, anyways. When I lived there, I remember news showing cube watermelon heist. That's funny. There was a heist. You know what? It's funny, but I'm sure it wasn't funny to them. You know what? There was a Netflix show on a maple syrup heist in Quebec, and like I knew about it just because we're living in Montreal. But I was surprised that it made there was a Netflix. I forget what the show was. I guess it was just talking about like odd crimes.
Yeah.
And it was a series, and one of the episodes they talked about the maple syrup, the major like millions of liters. I don't know about millions, but a lot of maple syrup was stolen straight up. I don't think they ever recovered it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like my grandpa used to have like a very small farm, like a personal farm.
Yeah.
And then we had like a bamboo shoot like area where
Yeah.
like there's bamboo growing, and then there's obviously bushes growing sometimes in the spring. Always they get stolen. Like they will break into the farm and then steal them. There isn't much because it's a personal field, but it's like every year.
Oh,
It's
that's crazy. Yeah, so I guess there's a lot of heists out there in agriculture land. Anyways, have you tried a white strawberry? Yeah, a few weeks ago we did the white strawberry. I don't remember how many weeks ago, but we definitely did it a few weeks ago. Maybe if you go back on our YouTube channel and look at the live streams, just look at the last 10 minutes of maybe the last 5 or 6, and you'll come across it. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks again for hanging out with us on another Friday evening, Saturday morning for us live stream. Have a good Easter, everybody. Have a good Easter, have a good weekend. Be safe, all that stuff, and check out our sale if you're inclined. We've got a sale going on at nakedandfamousdenim.com and at Tati and Yoko.com. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.